Bye.
A helicopter flies over Venezuela and shows destruction that scares even those who have followed major tragedies. After two strong earthquakes hit the north of the nation on the night of June 24, 2026, cities like Caracas, La Guaira, Maiquetía, and nearby areas appeared, with collapsed buildings, blocked streets, services paralyzed, and families trying to leave their homes amid the fear of new tremors. The death toll has risen to 106. According to information attributed to Delcy Rodriguez, nearly 1,000 people were injured, and rescue teams entered a tough race to find survivors. The shock came in succession. First, a 7.2 magnitude tremor, then another of 7.5 magnitude in an area near Yumari and Montalban, west of Caracas. The United States Geological Survey treated the case as a red alert and estimated through an automatic model that the range of 10,000 to 100,000 deaths cannot yet be ruled out. This number is not the official count, but it shows the scale of the risk. Venezuela is now asking for help, while other nations, such as the United States, Brazil, China, and El Salvador, are offering assistance. The aerial images circulating show entire neighborhoods marked by dust, broken concrete, and buildings that have lost part of their structure. It's not just an isolated street nor a small collapse. The earthquake hit a region full of homes, old buildings, dense areas, and public services that were already under pressure. From above, the scale appears unfiltered, with affected blocks, stopped vehicles, residents on the streets, and teams trying to clear a path through the rubble. The tremor occurred in northern Venezuela in the late afternoon of Wednesday, June 24, 2026. The first tremor was already strong enough to scare the population. The second came almost immediately after and was even stronger. The shallow depth of the earthquakes worsened the impact. Shallow tremors usually cause damage. Greater damage because the energy reaches the surface with more force, hitting buildings, houses, bridges, roads, and power grids in just a few seconds. Caracas was hit hard. La Guaira is among the hardest hit areas, especially because it is close to the capital and houses important structures such as the Simón Bolívar International Airport in Maiquetía. The terminal was closed after the reported damages. The subway and railway services were also affected. In practice, the tragedy didn't just bring down buildings, it halted transportation, communication, the movement of teams, and the rescue of victims. Delcy Rodriguez declared a state of emergency and appeared in a public address alongside government officials to announce the mobilization of rescue services. The Venezuelan government confirmed deaths and injuries, but it also made it clear that the numbers could still change. This is a delicate point. In tragedies with many collapses, the initial numbers are usually lower than what is later found because there are areas with no access, communication failures, and families still searching for relatives. The United States Geological Survey issued a red alert for deaths and economic losses.
Heads of state and government have already expressed their solidarity and made themselves available to send both humanitarian aid and medical supplies, as well as rescue teams. The list includes several countries that have already suffered devastating earthquakes, such as the United States, Turkey, Mexico, and also Portugal. The president here, the Portuguese president Antonio José Seguro, expressed his dismay at what happened and says he is following the situation. The president of Mexico, Claudia Sheinbaum, said she has instructed the preparation of the necessary aid and that for now Venezuela has requested support from rescue teams and specialized medical teams. President Lula expressed deep concern and dismay and asked the Brazilian government to study assistance measures that our country can adopt. In the same way, the Ecuadorian government expressed solidarity with the people of Venezuela and confirmed that it has arranged for the immediate delivery of humanitarian aid there. The same goes for the government of El Salvador, which offered 300 rescuers and paramedics and 50 tons of equipment, medicines, and also essential supplies. Over in Chile, the presidency also joined this group expressing support. The Chilean presidency says it is available to the Venezuelan government to coordinate the delivery of humanitarian aid and work with rescue teams. According to the interim president of Venezuela, Delcy Rodriguez, the first foreign rescuers should arrive in the next few hours. She has already thanked the international community for the support received. The Venezuelan government, as you pointed out, canceled classes and suspended non-essential services. The American President Donald Trump expressed solidarity and said he had ordered all American government agencies to help. The United States said it has already mobilized a disaster assistance team and also a task force to provide and coordinate critical assistance to the Venezuelan people. China, which was the main buyer of Venezuelan oil before Nicolas Maduro was captured and arrested by American military forces, stated that it will do whatever is possible to help. The Beijing government said that so far there is no confirmation. Beijing said there is confirmation.
The estimate of 10,000 to 100,000 deaths is not an official count, but a projection based on the strength of the quake, population density, and the vulnerability of the buildings. That's why the number is so impactful. It shows that the disaster could be much greater than the initial assessment. It also shows the fragility of a region where many buildings were not prepared to withstand tremors of this magnitude. Videos recorded by residents show the desperation inside the buildings at the moment of the tremor. A man is seen going down the stairs while the building shakes and parts of the structure start to give way. Okay, look how hard it is. The footage shows what thousands experienced at the same time. Getting out quickly, without an elevator, not sure of the way, with the sound of things falling, lights flickering, and people trying to reach the street before another aftershock. Another video that started circulating shows an elderly man protecting his wife during the earthquake.
Earthquake, going downstairs during it. Videos recorded by residents.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
The coastal region near Caracas has suffered severe damage and has become an area of maximum alert. The closure of the airport in Maiquetía makes it harder for aid to arrive and increases the pressure on alternative routes. Every hour lost weighs heavily on the search efforts. The 164 deaths reported so far are the known toll. The range between 10,000 and 100,000 is a technical estimate. The possibility, the scale of the landslides, the density of the cities, and the number of people still out of contact explain why experts see a strong risk of the toll rising. Venezuela is in a state of emergency, with wounded cities, suspended services, and a population trying to understand the scale of what happened. The country now depends on quick rescue, honest information, and concrete help to prevent the tragedy from growing even more. I'm Milson Alves, international, I'm a nationalist. And my purpose is to keep you well informed with the facts every day. The news links are in the video description. Leave a like on this video, subscribe to the channel, and at the end, check out the comments so you can be even more engaged with the Milson Alves community. See you in the next one.